Hello, magical people. How's it going out there? My name is Meg Moonbeam, and welcome back to the Beyond Mystic YouTube, Rumble, and X channels. Very happy to be here with you all for the weekly Beyond Astro forecast, where I share our astrology for the upcoming week. And we, of course, know that this is going to be a very big week. So, some very important things to share with you guys astrologically. Let me know how you're all feeling in the live chat or the comments below. And before we get into the astrology, as always, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the Beyond Mystic YouTube and Rumble channels. And my personal astrology readings are available over at consultations.beyondmystic.net. And I'm currently booking into starting April 2025. And I am booking up for next year. So if you would like to see me for a reading in 2025, go book in at the link below, consultations.beyondmystic.net. And also, we've got this amazing new psychic protection workshop with Janine and Coco over on the Beyond Mystic Academy. And this is, great. We're in Scorpio season. It is a time where protection is very important and necessary. You guys can use code PSYCHIC15, all in one word, to save 15% off to learn how to best protect your energy from our experts, Janine and Coco. So, hello everyone that's joining me live. Very nice to see you all. How is everybody doing out there? Let's see. Frederick says tensions are running high. Yes, definitely. Some of you guys may have seen, if you follow me on my Telegram, I posted today, which is Sunday, November 3rd, 2024, that I'm filming this Beyond Astro. We've got exact Mars in opposition to Pluto. Okay, which is one of the most tense, adverse aspects we can have in astrology. Okay, so as we go into this week, we have Mars in opposition to Pluto. These are the two ruling planets of Scorpio. We have had this opposition for the past 2 weeks, but right now, as I'm sitting here and I'm sharing with you guys, Mars opposition Pluto, exact. Okay, so I'm actually very happy that, and let me know if I'm wrong, you guys, I haven't heard of anything too crazy or adverse that has happened today out in the collective. Maybe I missed something, so let me know in the comments if I have. But, Mars is the planet that rules war and violence and physical action in its adverse side. Okay, it can be very, very volatile. And Pluto, of course, is the god of the underworld and death and the dark side of life. And with those two ruling planets in opposition, this is super intense and volatile. Okay. Now, this energy used unconsciously, Funky Wonder says Pluto is like a bulldozer. Yes, Pluto is like a bulldozer, clearing what no longer serves us, but also really highlighting the dark side of life, the shadow side of life. This energy unconsciously of this Mars-Pluto opposition is to, be acting from our anger, our frustration, to be projecting that out negatively onto others. And I'm not saying that anger or frustration is a bad thing. Sometimes we are right to be in an angry or frustrated place, but to project that onto others in a way where maybe it's overly dramatic or maybe it's, just not a good way of doing it can actually be really harmful and detrimental. Okay. Lakeside Laura says, war, what is it good for? Yes, I love that song. So yeah, we're in a war energy this week with this opposition, and, couldn't get more intense with the election happening this week as well. So I'm going to bring up the chart for that and we'll take a look at that too. Hello, Jill. Jill says, haha, you weren't with me and Steve today. LOL. Lots of crazy stuff happened. His car broke down in the middle of nowhere in Ohio with no self-service. Oh my God, you guys. Can't make this up. Haha, we're at a hotel now. Okay, I'm happy to hear you guys are at a hotel, that everything is okay. Yeah, we can be having kind of crazy stuff going on. I'm currently in New York at the moment on the road, and me and my friends noticed there was like a crazy accident or something that happened while we were on the road, and there was special ops vehicles, and it was very dramatic, very Mars energy. So yeah, Jill and Steve, happy that you guys are okay. And yeah, so just being really mindful as we go into this week that this is the key word I'm feeling is volatile energy. Okay, which kind of sucks because we do have the election this week and people are already very divided and they're already feeling very volatile. So this is a week where, if it resonates with you, I would advise that we put positive prayers and intentions and visualizations out into the collective. Okay, because there could be something very wonky that comes up this week that's overly dramatic or even violent. Okay, and I want to be wrong about that, but I'm just telling you guys, looking at the astrology, Mars in opposition to Pluto could be violence, could be people getting hurt, could be, Mars can be explosions, right? Bombs. I don't like to say that, but just saying. And, today, Mars ingresses around midnight Eastern time, so in just a few hours, into the sign of Leo, which is going to make this Mars-Pluto opposition even more fiery. And you guys are going to notice even more starting on, early Monday morning Eastern time. That's the time zone I'm in, you guys, so please forgive me. So yeah, we've had that Mars in fall position in the sign of Cancer. So it has been intense with the opposition to Pluto. There has been a lot being revealed to us and coming to the surface from the shadow side in our personal lives and in the collective. But Mars is actually in his weakest position in Cancer. Mars does not like to be in Cancer. And in just a few hours, Mars is going to move into Leo, a much stronger position for Mars because Mars actually rules Aries and Scorpio and likes to be in Leo because it's a fire sign like Aries, one of its ruling signs. So, the positive that Mars in Leo transit that we're actually going to be having for the whole next few months until Mars goes retrograde back into Cancer is we can be, more passionate, energetic, creative, but the shadow side of that is overly dramatic. There can be, major fights and power struggles coming up with others. So you guys will notice that opposition more as we go into Monday with Mars ingressing in Leo. We've got Arizona in the house. We've got people from all over the world. Very, very cool. So yeah, my word for you guys this week is volatile. And another word I'm going to throw out to you guys is please be mindful. Please be in mindfulness, okay? Because there will be people very triggered by whatever happens with this election this week. People triggered in a very positive way. Yay, Mars and Leo can be woohoo, celebration. But then the other side of Mars and Leo can be people very triggered in a negative, even detrimental way. Sorry, I think I just cut out there for a second. If you guys could give me a 5x5 in the comments, let me know that you can see me and hear me. Something just cut out on my end. I think it's okay. Yeah, it looks like I've got my connection back. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much. What was I saying there? So yeah, just being very mindful of where you spend your time, who you are around, and what you spend your time doing, and really remembering that what we put our energy towards amplifies and comes back to us. So if we're sending really positive prayers and intentions out this week, that's not just mamby-pamby stuff, okay? That's actually real and can help change the course of the collective in a very positive direction. And I just had to share this meme with you guys. Get in, loser. We're getting justice for Peanut. I mean, so crazy that I woke up today and I was like, what's going to come up with this Mars in opposition to Pluto? And of course, if you guys haven't heard about Peanut yet, very sad story, pet squirrel and also pet raccoon that got taken away from owners that had them, I think in New York, or it might have been another state. So it's interesting how there's a lot of weirdness going on with animals at the moment. We have the cats in Ohio, Peanut the squirrel, the raccoon. Animals are being super highlighted, and they'll be even more highlighted. Yeah, Hermiller says, sad about Peanut. Yeah, they will be even more highlighted, interestingly, with the government situation and regulations with Mars going into Leo. Leo is one of the signs that does rule animals and pets, actually. So that was the really intense thing that I personally saw today in kind of the alternative news. Let me know if I'm missing anything, you guys. Okay. We also have, Mars in Leo is going to bring energy, also conflict, okay, to world leaders. Leo is one of the signs in astrology that rules politicians and world leaders. So, of course, we've got the US elections this week. You can't make that stuff up. While Mars is at 0 degrees of Leo. And again, there will be conflict, okay? And I want to be wrong about this. It doesn't give me any pleasure to say this, but with Mars being in Leo, and this Mars-Pluto opposition, there will be conflict and major triggers to whoever wins. And you guys, if you follow my work, you already know that I've put out my USA election predictions video, which is over on my personal YouTube and Rumble channels. So you can go check that out. Yeah, Andy says, what we focus on will manifest. So be careful. Definitely, definitely. I wanted to bring up having to do with the Canadian politics. This is from at We Are Canada Proud on X. Bloc Québécois leader Yves Francois now says his party will vote no confidence in Trudeau's government and will try to convince the NDP to do the same. So I know we've been talking about this on Beyond Mystic a lot. We've been waiting for Justin Trudeau / Castro to get the boot, but it's looking more and more like several of the Canadian political groups are ready to make an election happen. And this is something that we could be seeing imminently in Canada, really any day now, a no confidence vote happening. So the US elections, things going on politically in Canada as well, going to be very, very interesting. Philip, hello, Philip. It's very late for you, Philip. You're always on these lives at very late times in Belgium. You say lots of talk about stealing the election. Crazy times in USA this morning. USA this weekend, morning after election, is going to be a roller coaster. Yes, it is going to be a roller coaster. And, I said it in my USA predictions video. Go check that out on my channels to hear the whole thing. But I did say there will be some kind of weirdness that comes up. So I don't think they're going to be able to steal the election, but I think that there is going to be some funny business where maybe the result will possibly get delayed because they're trying to steal the election. But we're at the end of Pluto in Capricorn. So those dark elite groups are not in a super powerful position anymore, but they do have their last little grip of power. Okay. Pluto's entering Aquarius November 19th. So we're moving into the future and we're not being held back in these old systems anymore. So I do not believe astrologically. And I went into Trump's chart, JD Vance's chart, Harris, Waltz, the USA transit, solar return, all this stuff in my video on my channel for the USA elections. But we're moving into a more positive place. We are moving into new energy geopolitically in a very big way, but it's going to be very wonky the next few weeks. And it's unpredictable too, because Uranus is in a very unstable position and rules unpredictability. So, watch it like it's a movie. And I know we can all be very personally invested in it. Right. But remember that a lot of this is a movie. Did you guys just see something fly? Something just flew across the screen that way when I said that. So yeah, I think we are going into a very positive direction and I'm actually really, really excited. So speaking of the election, let's take a look at the chart for Tuesday. Okay. Now what day is the election? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday, November 5th. So tomorrow, Monday, November 4th, we're going to have exact Sun in trine to Saturn. Okay. Now, I'm actually really happy about this because Granddaddy Saturn, as I like to call him, is the planet that rules governments, politicians, and elections. Okay. So the sun, which is our most important heavenly body, in trine to Saturn, is indicating that yes, there will be an election of the US. The US is, the most kind of influential country out of all the countries, if you will. Some people might not be happy about me saying that, but it is a stronghold for freedom and democracy in the whole world. So that sun in trine to Saturn is actually favorable for there to be an election, and favorable for if anybody's trying to steal it, if anybody's trying to do any dark arts, funny business, that's all Scorpio, and we've got the sun in Scorpio. All of that is going to get exposed, and that was one of my predictions in my official video that I did, is if there is going to be any of that, it is all going to get exposed, not years down the line. We're talking within days, weeks, months, and justice will be served. Okay. Parlay says Saturn can be a pain in the boo-boo. Yes, Saturn can be a pain in the ass, that's for sure. But Saturn in trine to the sun is like, no, 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 I will expose any funny business that is going on, and there will be an election, and there will be a result one way or another. Okay. We've also got on Tuesday Pluto at the end of Capricorn. So that is the death of the old governmental system that we've been in, the death of what America has been up to this point, right? America is in its almost exact Pluto return. It was born with Pluto at 27 degrees of Capricorn, right? Pluto's at 29 degrees of Capricorn. So the US is going through a whole death rebirth process. We got the moon in Capricorn on election day. So again, Capricorn ruled by Saturn is elections, government. It is going to happen. Okay, that's my personal opinion. There will be an election. Excuse me. And I feel like, and let me know what you guys feel like in the comments. I feel like there have been miracles taking place because we do have extremely intense astrology at the moment, where there already could have been something very adverse and crazy to happen that maybe would have halted an election, right? But that hasn't happened yet, and we're only like less than 2 days away. So I'm feeling very positive, very hopeful about it. One thing I will say is that Mars will have ingressed into Leo 0 degrees. It's going to be super dramatic. Okay. The politicians are going to be dramatic no matter what. People are going to have hissy fits. We're going to see people having total, like maybe temper tantrums over what may be occurring on election day, but also people in our personal lives can be having temper tantrums. Some people might even be so triggered and pissed off that they might get into like a physically violent place. Okay. Which again, I want to be wrong about that, but I'm just reading the astrology to you. So brace yourself for people totally freaking the fuck out with that Mars-Pluto opposition. I would highly advise not being in a city if possible, or not going to any major protests or big groups of people, because it is going to be like fireworks in a very intense way with that opposition. Okay. Let's see what else. We've got, it's going to be interesting on Friday. The moon will leave Capricorn. So there will be a heaviness. The moon will be in Capricorn. We're all going to be feeling heavy, kind of like on the edge of our seats. And then Friday, there's going to be some sort of breakthrough. So, I could be wrong, but I'm just going to say that I don't think the official results are going to come out on Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay. I think they might be delayed by days or even possibly weeks. And I think that a certain group of people, I think maybe I have to be careful because this is on YouTube and Rumble, will not want to certify the election results. Okay. But on Friday, there will be, or Thursday rather, Thursday, November 7th, there will be some sort of breakthrough because the moon will have ingressed into Aquarius. So it won't be the heavy moon in Capricorn. And we're moving forward. It'll become more clear. The clarity of the election will start to happen as we get more into Thursday. Okay. And this may sound totally crazy for me to say right now, but I'm just telling you guys because it's such a heavy Saturn Capricorn influence Tuesday, Wednesday. Celestial Emma says, interesting that our Guy Fawkes is the November 5th, literally fireworks night. That's so true. And for those of you who don't know who Guy Fawkes is, I know who that is because I'm half British. So I've got British blood. Was a man who tried to blow up the Parliament buildings, and he got hung, drawn, and quartered for trying to do so. So, we celebrate the 5th of November. Remember the 5th of November. In celebration of Guy Fawkes. And in England, they do fireworks and bonfires to remember Guy Fawkes and that event. So interesting. Yeah, I just realized that's on Guy Fawkes Day, the election. It will definitely be fireworks and will definitely be all over the place. And please be very mindful of your energy, everybody. Okay. So also with that moon in Aquarius in conjunction to Pluto, it's going to feel weird Thursday and Friday. That's going to be maybe some of the weirdest days of our lives because something about this election it's not straightforward. It's not just going to be, okay, everybody voted and here's the result. It's going to be shocking. It's going to be surprising. And let's put our prayers and intentions out that it's not going to go into a violent place with that Mars opposite Pluto, and that the Mars opposite Pluto is just, directed action into creating a better society politically. Okay, so we need prayers right now. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. We need prayers with that Mars-Pluto opposition. Okay, and the dark arts people know that we have a Mars-Pluto opposition, and maybe they'll try to do a false flag. Maybe they'll try to do something to stop the election or to create a diversion from the results. Okay, that'll be interesting. So we will see what comes up with that. Okay. Jill says, Steve and I were on our way to Cleveland, Ohio tomorrow, so we are wondering if our car breaking down is keeping us from something we weren't supposed to encounter. Yes, maybe that is the case, Jill. Everything happens for a reason, and you guys are very protected, for sure. Also wanted to share, I saw this today. I'm sure some of you guys saw this already. Very, very interesting. RFK Jr. said today, on January 20th, the Trump White House will advise all U.S. water systems to remove fluoride from public water. Fluoride is an industrial waste associated with arthritis, bone fractures, bone cancer, IQ loss, neurodevelopment disorders, and thyroid disease. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump want to make America healthy again. Wowzers. So that's amazing news. And so happy that RFK, hi, Chrissy, nice to see you, is on board with the Trump administration. And yes, make America healthy again. And tweets like this are an absolute nightmare for those, bad guy groups that want to keep the fluoride in the water. And if you guys have never heard about what fluoride does, that completely closes our third eyes and poisons us to not be in our natural intuitive abilities and just most healthy selves. So I'm really excited for RFK Jr. to be stepping more into the forefront to help us all with health. And yes, BN said fluoride should be removed from toothpaste as well. Yeah, fluoride has, or toothpaste rather, has a lot of fluoride in it. So watch out for that, you guys. Okay. So yeah, it is going to be an intense week. I will be with you guys every step of the way in my daily Astro shows as things are happening day to day. So be sure to tune in to the MEG Moonbeam and Beyond Mystic Rumble and YouTube channels for the daily Astros every day this week, Monday to Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And I also want to mention, you guys, that we've got our Divine Masculine sale on all pyramids in the Divine Masculine collection are 30% off on Carla's AscensionOrganites.com. So you guys can go check that out at AscensionOrganites.com. I think that sale is until Monday, November 4th. So go check that out. And again, if you'd like to have a personal astrology reading with me, I am getting booked up in 2025. So book in starting in April if you'd like to see me at consultations.beyondmystic.net. The link is in the description box below. So I love you all very, very much. Going to be super intense week, but we're going to get through it. And let's also get the popcorn out and enjoy the show. Okay. Love you guys and see you tomorrow. Bye.